Now I would like to invite Russian Federation.
President, we are forced to exercise our right of reply in response to the statements of the delegations of a number of countries. The discussion once again has clearly demonstrated that there is a consistent attempt backed by the collective West to totally politicize human rights and to use them to interfere in the domestic affairs of states and also to impose double standards. The attempt of these countries to impose upon the whole world their approaches have already provoked numerous conflicts in different parts of the world. 20 years ago, the US and their allies, in violation of the UN Charter and international law, invaded Iraq under the pretext of finding weapons of mass destruction. Naturally, nothing of the sort was found, but as a result of their illegal acts, the head of that state was executed and the country descended into a lengthy conflict and a profound socio-economic crisis. The invasion and the subsequent occupation led to the death of more than 200,000 Iraqis, and the indirect casualties of the civilian population amounted to approximately 650,000 people. Information about the abuse of Iraqi prisoners and the systematic killings, torture and rape by American soldiers of Iraqi civilians were openly ignored. Europe is steeped in Islamophobia. The situation reached its crescendo when in Denmark, Sweden and the Netherlands, the local authorities gave the green light to rallies held by radicals during which they burnt the Quran. In Great Britain, last year alone, around 3,500 crimes of religious intolerance against Muslims were committed. In the pseudo-democratic countries of the West, there are grave problems with upholding the rights of migrants. We need only mention the unprecedented decision of the British authorities to deport illegal migrants to Rwanda, or the law enabling them to turn back boats containing migrants and to send those seeking safety to third countries. In recent months, we have all observed the shocking images of peaceful protests in France, during which the police did not hesitate to use tear gas. And there is a similar unsavory picture in Germany, where at the beginning of the year, the police dispersed protests of environmental protesters by using batons. In Latvia, Lithuania and Estonia, rallies and torchlit processions continue to be held in honor of those who actively collaborated with Nazis during the Second World War and who were complicit in their crimes. Russian-speaking citizens of these countries are subject to discrimination, intolerance and xenophobia, and they cannot enjoy their rights. Another hot topic is the discrimination against Indigenous women and girls in Canada. We need only mention the report of the Human Rights Committee of the Senate of that country on the continuing forced sterilization of these women. In Czechia, international organizations are reporting the dissemination of racist ideas by political and public figures, and growing racial crimes and threats and violence against Roma, Jews and migrants. The sorry list of the collective West's human rights achievements can go on and on. So would it not be better for these so-called champions of human rights to stop lecturing and to set their own house in order?